You knew it was coming. You knew it had to happen. We are back on the NBA side of things. And we are doing, once again, streamer versus Twitch chat. Where I control a team, you control a team. Whoever wins a championship first wins the era. And then we move on to the next. And it gets to be best of 5 this year with the addition of the LeBron era in the 2010-2011 time frame, of course, when he went to the Heat. And who knows, maybe that's season 5 tiebreaker. Maybe it'll be the modern era. Maybe it'll let us actually do this idea in the WNBA, because I do think that would be very, very fun. But we are going back to the Magic and Bird era to kick things off. Why not? Why not, I say? Why not? And I won't give a spoiler for how this went last time. Chat will. But yeah, we are gonna go all the way back to the 1983-84 season to kick things off. And what I am looking at really quickly, what I am looking at was last time out we decided, okay, whoever the 2 worst teams were. Chat ended up with the Rockets, and I ended up with the Indiana Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. That was how we did that. So what better way, then, to then just take the teams that finished second to last? It's pretty much perfect. We'll take control of the 2 teams that finished second to last, which would have been the San Diego Clippers and the Chicago Bulls. And chat, I will be nice enough to let you decide what team you want. Do you want the Clippers or do you want the Bulls? I already know who the hell you're going to take, but why not? I'll be nice. I'll be nice. And it gives me a second, of course, to go through our presets here really quickly and double check what we got going on. Obviously, we don't want a fantasy draft. We don't need to worry about any of that, actually, which is good. Yeah, customizing the salary cap doesn't matter too much. Actually, let's make sure we have some control here. You know, whoops. Well, like hitting the wrong damn button. The advanced CBA rules, we can leave all that on, which is fine by me. We want morale and chemistry. In terms of everything else, though, we are going to have that off. Enabling this option will create randomized storylines for the real prospects included in historic draft classes. Not too worried about the storylines, to be honest, because, again, we are balancing 2 different teams. And we don't really want to automate anything, so we're actually pretty much good to go. I'm happy with that. Sorry, we couldn't retrieve there's nothing to retrieve. There's nothing to retrieve, though. All I did was hit the start button. What is there to retrieve? Apparently nothing. All I wanted to do was start. I guess because customized roster is probably on, I guess. It's probably trying to find the custom roster. There we go. That's all it was. All right, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Normally I played it. That's fine too. Normally I played the sim stats. God, update required. Apparently. Not too worried about the draft prospect deal there. Although not being able to see if... Wow, chat actually chose the Clippers. I'm shocked. Okay. Fair enough, chat. I wasn't expecting that from you. Fair enough. Everything should be fine there. And again, we can fix it later on if need be. Obviously, there are some things we can turn on to automatic here. The draft combine, just for the sake of time. Catch-up scouting can be on automatic since we're not going to go too hands-on with the scouting. All-star city selection can also be on automatic. That is not a big deal. So can the Hoop Summit. Everything else. player progression? We probably want to see player progression. Pre-draft workout, though. Can also be on automatic. Staff signing as well. We left on automatic last time, and I think we're going to do that again. And then maybe, of course, you know, we'll figure out the rules again as we go. Don't we want to see the draft lottery? I didn't turn draft lottery off. Yeah, I didn't affect the draft lottery. Off as in it's not automated. Progressive fatigue is fine. Team chemistry is fine. The rule changes playing game cost action. We don't need any of the action nonsense. Contracts fine by default. The trades, I am going to turn on the trade override just in case. Just in case. Trade frequency is fine as it is. We should rig the rules so the chat wins. Fair. Fair. Progression rate's fine by default. We'll put it on Hall of Fame, even though it doesn't matter. We never play. We always end up watching. Majesty, what's going on? And then simulating. Everything else is good. The ticker, whatever. Beautiful. So we are not going to be changing anything in regards to that. So with that, chat has elected to take on the San Diego Clippers, and yours truly will be in control of the Chicago Bulls. Again, last year for this challenge, I was the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. Chat happened to be the Rockets, who were the two teams that finished in dead last in each conference. Now we're going to pick the teams that finished runner-up for dead last in each conference. Clippers versus Bulls. And yes, I'll be going back to the main menu in a second. Because why not? So the Magic and Bird era, again, obviously the Hornets, Heat, Magic, and Timberwolves will not join until the end of the 80s. You guys will have the option. This is technically, I believe, your only season as the San Diego Clippers. You'll have the option to not move to Los Angeles if you don't want to. So that's fun. But yeah, again, the fact that this is still... The fact that this feature even exists still is insane to me. Like, NBA knocks it out of the park above any other game in terms of their utilization of legends. Madden is the fucking worst for it because they keep... Madden and FIFA, really, keeping legends for the most part locked into... Oh, God, really? Keeping legends locked into Ultimate Team. Hey, look, it's my old email that hasn't been my email for a long time. Cool. I mean, my email's on my fucking Twitter, so... let's see if it'll actually take my damn email address. Let's see. Let's see. Imagine using Yahoo. Dude, I had that email for so fucking long. It wasn't worth changing. Can the fucking shift button work? Thank you. I had that email for like 15 years. And then somebody in Russia fucking hacked my my email, my Instagram, my Twitch account, my bank account. That was a fun time. Not .com. Jesus. The emails you have entered do not match. No shit! Getting distracted by chat trying to be sassy about fucking Yahoo, for fuck's sakes. Oh, why don't you use fucking Gmail? Fuck you! I'll use what I want. I'll use fucking Hotmail. It's like your mom did 25 years ago. Suck it. Anyway. My goodness. Isn't this exciting franchise / MyNBA content? There you go. You happy? Thank you. Leave me alone! Just let me play the video game. Jesus. Jesus. Ridiculous, this game. But don't worry. There's an update. Hotmail's where all the hotties are at. Like Crash Andrews. Sweet, beautiful Mandrews. As we wait 7 years for this game to do whatever the hell it's doing. Are the servers dead already? Probably. I just want to be the 83 Bulls, man. That's all I want to be. Come on. Oh, my God. Well, at least it's a pretty color scheme, isn't it? Look at how purplish and bluish and yeah. Ha-ha! There we go. It's about goddamn time. All right. That's right. Show the fact that we're controlling Bulls because that's the team. That's the team that's going to win. That said, let me just double check that everything was set up as we wanted it to be. I imagine it is, which is very, very good. Which is very, very good. We don't need to worry about the tuning or anything like that. I do think we are pretty well good to go. This looks to be... Were there any changes, by the way? NBA 2K24, MyNBA features. Like, what did they change? I don't feel like they would have changed anything to this. Only crossplay. New features and change. God. Yep, NBA Lite. Hey, we added a streamlined version for you to play. Okay, so it is going to be the same fucking thing. Good to know. So really quickly then, what we can do as we kind of refresh what we do with this particular challenge, because again, it's been about a year. So let's get a little bit of a refresher. As of course we do have the trade block that we can put people on, should we choose to do so. And really, that's about it. Like, we do try to keep it pretty simple. Obviously, the coaching and getting lucky with that's a big part of it too. But looking at the mock drafts, of course, the very first draft. The Jordan, Olajuwon, Stockton, Kevin Willis draft in the top 4. Chuck Madsen's there as well. Can we relocate? Technically, no. I mean, technically, yes, but technically, no. But yeah, this is the Michael Jordan draft to kick things off because, of course, it is. Obviously, there are some other somewhat useful players. Shout out to Sam Perkins being 17th overall. It won't automatically move you guys to LA. You can decline the move. But yeah, there's a lot at stake here. So my starting team, the 83-84 Chicago Bulls. Oh my God, leave me alone. What do we have here? We got Ennis Watley at point guard. He's 21 years old. Not much else. Jesus. Shooting guard, Reggie Teos is there. Might not be the worst idea for me to trade him. Rod Higgins at forward. Power forward, Dave Greenwood. And at center, Dave Corzine. In his beard. Yeah, this team sucks. Before the Clippers, you guys have Norm Nixon at point guard. Shooting guard, Ricky Pierce, 24 years old. Craig Hodges behind him. Forward, Terry Cummings, who's only 22 years old. Not a bad player to build around, should this not go the way you want it to go. Power forward, Hawk McDowell. What a great name. And at center, the legendary Bill Walton. You also got James Donaldson behind him. So you guys do have some decent players that you might want to put on the block. And it is the only way that we are allowed to trade players, both of us, is by putting people on the block and getting those offers. That way we can still keep this flowing, given that we're controlling two teams at the same time. So this will be a series with a lot of polls. So we will have... let's just do it this way. We'll have Nixon, we'll have Cummings, we'll have Walton, we'll have Donaldson. And then all of the above on a poll, should you guys want to put anybody on the trade block to try and make your team a little bit weaker, which is not a bad idea. I am going to take advantage of that pretty much immediately. And Reggie, I'd love to get rid of you, buddy. Love to get rid of you. Even Dave Greenwood, honestly, I am putting my top dudes on the block. even Ennis Watley. Everything must go to make sure that Michael Jordan ends up as a Bull as he should be. The only untouchable is going to be my first round draft picks for the next couple of years. Holy hell, we got a lot of picks in 85. You love to see it. You'll love to see it. 2 firsts in 87. Thank you to the Denver Nuggets. Damn, I'm set up pretty well here. Set up pretty well. No surprise, chat's voting for all of their top players to also be on the trade block to try and make the team worse. And I imagine I'll be doing the same thing for you. Wow, you guys have no fucking draft picks. Oh my God. Well, chat, congratulations. You picked hard mode. You do have 2 first-round picks this year, though, between yourselves and the Warriors. So that is a benefit. You don't really have too many supplemental draft picks, but you do have 2 firsts this year, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let's take a look at Golden State to see what you guys are dealing with here. So the Warriors, oof. So the legend of Joe Barry Carroll. They also got Purvis Short on the team, a young Sleepy Floyd. They're not bad. They're not insane, but they're not bad. There is a chance they could be a lottery pick. So you might not be totally screwed. Mr. Webster, good to see you. How are you, Danny? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, you guys will be hoping and praying for a bad season from Golden State. We have our trade block set up with the exact same strategies, to the surprise of nobody. And then in terms of coaching, let's go over to coach settings. Adaptive coaching is good. Player minutes, the substitutions. You can keep it on ace. That's fine. Honestly, for the most part, especially because we're going to be simulating, we're going to put a lot of this on automatic. And a good amount of it will be whether or not we get lucky in some ways. So, with that, chat, I think we are pretty much good to go, if I'm not mistaken. Now, there is still the mentor system, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, and to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it. At the same time, neither of us really have someone that we're trying to build up right now. I think we had the training on automatic, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. And if not, then I mean, I'm sure it ends up that way. No, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure the training schedule just ends up being what it is. Because obviously, you get into this and having to do this for both teams, and it takes for fucking ever. But I do want to take a look. I do want to take a look at the starting lineups for the season. So for you guys here, so we bump up a little bit. Warrior with the rate as well. Thank you for that, my man. You guys need to hope that you get some trade offers here, because you really don't have that bad of a team. 4 of your starters have at least an 80 overall. Whereas for my Bulls, there's only 1 guy above an 80. So you would think, on paper, I should be a worse team, but that on paper doesn't mean anything with this game. Okay, the record's in the bottom left. There we go. Let's do it. Let's get the simming, man. Why not? We have a lot to go through, man. We got 5 different eras to play through. Let's get NBA 2K24 started here. Streamer versus chat, Bulls versus Clippers. And we are underway. Let it be known, we will always have the AI auto-adjust rotation. For the sake of time, as the Clippers get a trade offer. And it's a good one. Norm Nixon for, I believe it's Bill Cartwright, and the Knicks first-round pick in 1986. Top 10 protected. Let's go into the details. Is there anything different? Oh, dude, if you haven't played since 21, big time. Worth the upgrade at this point with NBA. Honestly, 2K23 is, you can get that cheaper. They didn't make too many major changes between 23 and 24, but 23 especially, just for this era's mode alone, is insane. So, but looking at this, it is Bill Cartwright. Okay. So again, you guys have this offer here. My God, the fucking tutorials. So again, for you guys, they want Norm Nixon, who is a 28-year-old point guard at an 85 overall. They are willing to trade Bill Cartwright, who is 26, as a big man. So you get a younger big man, although you do already have a couple good big men, but you do get the Knicks first rounder in 1986. It is top 10 protected, but it is still a first round pick. And we already saw that you guys did not have many draft picks in line. So it is up to you, chat. As it will be so often, the poll is up. If it hasn't shown up on the chat for you, of course, just refresh the stream and it should be there. Will you trade Norm Nixon for Bill Cartwright? Again, a point guard for a center. Cartwright's 2 years younger. And you would get potentially a first-round pick from the New York Knicks. I'm going to go with Luke's. It could be Lucas. Thank you for the follow. It's probably Lucas now that I think about it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Wow, this is a close vote right now. A really close vote right now for chat here. It's a big first decision. You know, to get rid of Norm Nixon, it does make your team worse. I imagine the hang-up for a lot of people is the fact that it's top 10 protected. Or maybe chat sabotaging, which is fine by me too, if chat wants to sabotage. So, feel free. Goodness. My goodness. What's it going to be? It is still a close vote. Why is 2K on PC bad every year? I feel like most sports games on PC are bad every year. It is worth noting, too, yeah, that Bill Cartwright does only have 1 year left on his deal. So you would have to figure out what's going on there. At the same time, you could argue that makes your team worse if you wanted to tank a little bit sooner rather than later. It's still a very close vote. We're going to let this go down to the wire. Norm Nixon for Bill Cartwright, who honestly you could immediately then put Bill Cartwright on the trade block. So essentially it'd be Norm Nixon in a first plus whatever you got for Bill Cartwright. 86 draft class isn't great. That's fair too. Well, barring a last second change, it's a no. Chat declines the trade by 2 votes. This trade will not be happening. The Clippers right now 1-3, the Bulls 2-2 to start the season. Let's keep moving here. Not a single trade offer for the Bulls yet. Until that. All right. It's Dave Corzine for George Johnson. George Johnson's 26. And it's pretty much just a freaking position swap then. I'm going to decline that. No thanks. No thank you. Another trade offer for the Bulls. This one involving a first-round pick in 1987. Sidney Green and Nicola Payne. I'd pick up Keith Edmondson and a first-round pick unprotected in 1987. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. That 87 drafts, by the way, highlighted by, I don't know if he's in the game this year, but Reggie Miller, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen. That's got to be done. How old Sidney Green? 22. What's, oh my god, the freaking tutorial pop-ups. What is his potential? Showing up as a C+. And Dwayne Farmer, wow. A C+ potential player. I guess to take on the cap hit of 23-year-old Keith Edmondson? Yeah, he has a C potential. San Antonio, I don't think you know what the hell you're doing. But I will gladly accept a first-round pick because you don't know what the hell you're doing. That is fine by me. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Well, I'm fine with the minimum player limit. That is a done deal. And my Chicago Bulls have an extra first-round pick. You'll love to see it. Always have auto adjust. What are we going to have here? Thought there might be a trade coming in. Another trade offer for the Bulls here. They love me. It would be sending out Dave Greenwood for Robert Reed and Chuck Nevitt. I'll say no to that. No, thank you. And then Dave Greenwood immediately breaks his left forearm. Oh, poor Dave. If I traded you, you would have been fine. Let's fill out the roster automatically. We'll have him sign whoever for me. In terms of the prospect scouting, yes, please scout. Always have computer handle prospect scouting. Beautiful. There we go. It'll do the obvious based on where our draft pick is projected. Another trade offer for your Chicago Bulls. Dave Corzine for Steve English and Rich Livingston. Certainly makes the team worse. Man, frickin' Dave Corzine has a 5-year contract as well. It makes the team worse, but I just wonder, like, man, can I not get a draft pick for the guy? It'd be nice to get out from underneath that contract, though. It'd be really nice to get out from underneath that contract. I don't think I'm going to get a draft pick for him. I'm going to do that. I'm going to send Dave Corzine to the Houston Rockets, who, again, in real life, finished last in the West in this season. And we'll gladly move him to the Rockets, which should set up the idea. No one else here will be able to be traded, I'm sure. But it should set up the idea, as I have nobody with any potential, that the Rockets would be better than what they were in real life. But let's keep it going here. Let's do it. Another trade offer for the Bulls. Jesus Christ. The AI hates your players, Chad. I don't know what to tell you. But for me, it's Rod Higgins, who also has a 4-year deal, and Dennis Mills for Charles Davis and John Carter. That technically makes my team worse. No, thank you. No, thank you. So December 18th, 1983, the Bulls at 8-4, 8-14, the Clippers at 6-21. So right now, though, despite having a superior team, the Clippers are winning the tankathon, and the Clippers get the offer that maybe they were waiting for. It is 24-year-old Ricky Pierce with a B potential for the Nets' unprotected first rounder in 87, and Bill Willoughby. So as we do yet again, we will put a poll up. It is your decision, chat. I am sure it will be a yes. But dealing Ricky Pierce to continue the tank, to land a 1987 first-round pick, which, again, as I talked about, I don't know if they have the rights to him this year. I don't think they do, but the Reggie Miller draft, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen. And that is an undisputed yes, so we'll go ahead and end that poll early. Ricky Pierce on his way to New Jersey as Chat gets an extra first-round pick of their own. Not bad. Not bad. Another trade offer here for the Bulls. Rod Higgins and Travis Harris for Rory White. I am going to take that because it gets me out from under 2 rather long contracts. So, thank you very much for that particular trade. So we are now in 1984. Another trade offer for the Clippers. I imagine you decline this one. I mean, World B. Free is 30 years old. Norm Nixon's 28. They played the same position. There was no reason for you to take that trade offer whatsoever. Outside of the fact that World B. Free has a fucking 16 head. But yeah, if it's a trade that I wouldn't even consider, we'll just end up declining it. There'd be no reason for you guys to take that trade. Nothing whatsoever. Oh, goodness. Been a quiet January until that. Shout out to Brando for the 8 months on the Prime. Brando, welcome back. Again, this will make my team worse. Get rid of Keith Edmondson. Bring in Reggie Johnson, Xavier Curry. You got a deal, New Jersey. So clearly New Jersey's going for it. Jersey is going for it. I mean, Craig Hodges for Pete Verhoeven. I mean, they both have long contracts. Hodges is 23 with a C- potential. Verhoeven has a C potential. I mean, you might as well take it then just for Verhoeven being on a lesser contract and having a better potential. There's just no reason to not take that trade, essentially. So we won't even put it up to a poll. We'll just take that. see. 11 and 27 for the Clippers. The Bulls. Another draft pick. Theo Harper for Cleveland's second rounder in 1986. And Andrew Woods. That is a done deal. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All of the draft picks, please. Thank you, thank you. Another deal here for the Clippers. James Donaldson and Tyler Lamb for Bruno Hampton and Mike Bratz. It does make you worse to get rid of James Donaldson, but do you want to hold out for more draft picks is the question. So again, you trade James Donaldson. You know, you get rid of 23-year-old Tyler Lamb, who's got a D-plus potential. Bruno Hampton's 28. Mike Bratz is 28. It makes you worse now, but do you want to hold out hope that you could get a draft pick back for James Donaldson? Chat, are you taking this trade or no? That is up to you. Me personally, I hold on to James Donaldson. You guys are bad enough as it is. If I were to trade him, I would definitely want a little bit more. Another pretty one-sided vote. Fair enough. That will be a declined trade offer right before the deadline as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Deadline day actually snuck up on us. See if anything happens here. Any particular offers? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Although, as we have always done, technically, let's take a look at the standings, because there could be the once per era nuclear option, in which case you are allowed to go into the whole trade system itself and then try to find somebody to deal. That is an option. Although, have we gone past the day? I think we have gone past the day. Never mind, it's fine. It wouldn't have made sense to use the nuclear option anyway. It's best for a forced rebuild. In terms of the standings, you guys are second to last. Wow, right now those standings, at least in the bottom two, are bang on accurate. The Houston Rockets, by 2 games, are currently worse than you guys. I am the worst team in the East at 10 and 27. So in the league, it's Rockets, Bulls, and Clippers. So we are both in the bottom 3. Can either one of us out-tank the Rockets heading into the Jordan draft? That is the question.